Beginning of the game, we have our Western contractors set up on this corner of the board edge. Their mission is to fix and clean and confirm an HVT for a radicalist regime in the area. The setup for the rest of the board is somewhere in these four buildings is the HVT. We have some of them outside, a group of three over by those parked cars, a two-man group patrolling over there, another two-man group patrolling here, two on overwatch watching the main thoroughfare, a couple more on post over here by the car shop, and then an unknown number inside of the buildings. There's also two dogs hanging out in the storage yard for the containers. Let's see where the contractors go. Okay, so our contractors have moved up at tactical speed along the board here. So far undetected. We have a two-man patrol that's moved here, another two-man patrol that turned back and walked this way. Otherwise, no movement on the defender side of things. Yeah, we'll see where we go in the third round. Okay, so this round we have the contractors have started moving up a little bit more aggressively. We had one of them dart across this gap to this wall. The rest are preparing to do the same. One of them is on overwatch looking down this corridor in case they see anything. One of the civilians in this building was alerted to the movement, came out and warned the patrol, which is now circling around the back of the building. This patrol over here is continuing to lazily approach the guards on watch, and we had one more leave the building to go take a leak by that pile of pallets. Let's see what happens next. All right, well, I'm back. This round, it almost got spicy. Things almost kicked off. We had the defenders steal initiative for the first round, and after determining the random patrol direction of this group of two, they ended up coming around the vehicle and getting line of sight on the group of contractors back here. After some hair-fraying die rolls, the contractors remained hidden as long as they don't move. Elsewhere, we had some random patrol movement, and we had the guy finish off his tinkle by the pallets. Otherwise, the contractors are holding what they have so as not to become detected. Oh, it's worth noting that the two-man patrol that started over there, after listening to what the civilian had to say, are checking out what the sound is behind the building. It could get tight in the next turn or two. We'll get back shortly. All right, well, we possibly had a failure to capture the last round. Long story short, we had this two-man patrol push down that alleyway and come around this corner on the operators. The operators were kind of locked in position here because that two-man patrol swung around the vehicle and had them in line of sight. Had they just moved across this gap, they would have been spotted automatically. So they held what they had. With the way priority has worked out, this patrol of two turned towards the group of operators at the same time that this group turned around the corner, but the operators have overwatch shots going into that group of two, and they will have priority during the shooting phase going into this group of two. We'll come back with what happens after we resolve those roles right there. Okay, so here we have the operator. What is he armed with?
He has the MP7 SMG.
MP7 opening up overwatch shot on him. Okay, so you will be rolling. Do you want to fire automatic? That's 3 dice at a -2 to each, or
No.
one shot, no penalties.
One shot, no penalty.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dice. You're adding 5 to that.
8.
Okay, for defense, you have a defense value of 2, which means that you defend on a 6 only. 7 means a hit. Go ahead and roll your lethality. 5 up is going to be a kill. Otherwise, we see the wound. Okay, go ahead and roll again to see the wound. A 1. A 1. It's basically going to mean that he's just stunned. His stats drop to 1 for the round. Otherwise, it is not a life-threatening injury. Okay. Let's see for the other Overwatch shot. What is he armed with?
The carbine, M4.
All right, M4 carbine. Do you want to rapid shot? 2 shots at -1 to hit. Increases your chances of killing if you hit.
Yes.
All right, so now not only are you adding 5, we forgot this on the other one. It's -1, but they also have the CQB rule, which adds 1. Red dot and laser, which each add 1 too. So you're adding 8 to this roll. -1, so adding 7s.
So 10, 11.
I'm not sure you can defend against that, even if you roll a 6. So that's 2 automatic hits. Go ahead and roll lethality. 4 up on the 556. Oh, wounded. Okay, 2 dice for wounds. Let's see. Go ahead and roll 2 dice. Oof. Okay, that's unconscious and bleeds out in like 2 or 3 rounds. So we'll go ahead and put this one prone to show that he's down. This one is still up, just stunned. And that was the Overwatch shots. I think we can jump right into the shooting phase, in which you also have priority.
Yes.
So what's happening back here in the alley?
I have another SMG guy right here. He's gonna automatic this guy.
Okay, 3 shots, -2, but +8, so adding 6 to each shot.
Oh, not good. So 8s all around.
8s all around. That means you defend on 6s. 3 shots.
2 defended.
2 defended. Wow. So roll 1 die on a 5 up. That's a kill.
No.
No. So wound. Go ahead and roll again. You see the wound.
That's a D.
He's done 3. 3 on wounds. Let's see. That's somewhere in the middle. I believe that's still critical. 3 is incapacitating serious wound. Wounded, bleed out in 5 turns. Cannot move. May fire a sidearm. I don't think he has one. And all of his stats are halved. So he can still move around, but all of the stats are halved. Here. Go ahead and mark him as wounded.
Should we put on him? No, he's just stunned.
He's just stunned. And then for the other one.
That's my machine gun.
Are we going automatic?
Oh, yeah.
So again, you're adding 3, subtracting 2. So total of +6 to 3 shots.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, so this is the die roll. This can't be defended, because if you roll the highest you can roll is an 8. This can't be defended.
9 as well.
You defend this on a 5. So 1 roll on a 5. Nope. Go ahead and do your lethality. 4 up. It's for all 3, so you roll 3 times. 4 up. Oh, he's super dead. Super dead. He just stitched right across his chest. Pa, 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 and he collapses out of action. All right. Now, really here, now we go to shooting for the defender's side. Oh, you still have shots.
I still got my sniper.
You have your sniper? Okay, all right.
He's gonna plink him.
Very good. All right, so he doesn't have the CQB rule, so he's only adding 2 to his roll. Well, 2 plus the shooting value, so adding 7. 8, you can defend on a 6. And he does! That guy just got opened up by a MP7 and a designated marksman rifle and just shrugged it off. The gods are with him. All right, let's pause real quick and decide how the defenders are going to react to this. All right, so now the defenders, the survivor here, he's stunned, which means his shooting value is only a 1. He's going to be targeting the designated marksman in the back here because he does not have any cover. So D6 plus 1. 5. You have a defense value. Did you move tactically? You did.
Yes.
So your defense is 3. What did you roll, a 5?
5. So I need a 2.
So you need a 2 or better.
Hey.
So he saves it. But shots have been fired. That's 1 point of towards suppression, which won't matter because you eliminate them at the end of the round if they didn't beat your command value or something like that. You also remove 1 at the end of every round. So as it stands, we have basically gone loud. The thing has obviously gone kinetic. We have a survivor on this ambush, and that big old 308 DMR resounding through this town here, this block, is going to alert pretty much everyone that things are going bump in the night. We'll catch up with the next round. Okay, things have well and truly gone loud. The contractors went ahead and won the priority. We have these 3 here. Where's that laser pointer? I got it here. Perfect. We have these 3 here, 1, 2, and 3 on Overwatch, looking down this alleyway. Any movement that comes around this building up to the edge of the wall here is fair game. The other 2 are getting ready to move, but during the defender's turn, the survivor here, who somehow took small arms fire from an MP7 and a 308 DMR and survived, he decided to bolt for cover over here. We're about to see if he makes it. Who is taking that Overwatch shot?
The guy with the M4.
M4. 2 shots or 1 shot?
2 shots.
All right, so +3, -1. You're going to be adding 7s to these.
Oh, 9 and 8.
9 can't defend. 8 can defend on a 6.
Nope.
All right, 2 shots. Lets me see lethality on a 4 up. He's out.
Hey!
All right, so first shot misses, but as he gets to cover, the operator corrects and puts one right behind the temple. And this operator, well, this militiaman is down. What other movements from the defenders?
We're gonna have these guys over here getting their butts into gear. Yeah, give me that measuring tape. Move their full sprint, which is gonna be 9 inches.
Gotcha.
There, right there.
1 and 2. Okay.
We're gonna have this guy here. See if he can. Yep. He's just gonna do a 6-inch move there, as well as this guy should be the same distance. He was right in the doorway to here.
Okay.
For our more experienced operators, one of them is gonna come up, take cover on the car here, and these 2 have been ordered back in to protect the HVT.
All right. Let's figure out who the operators want to shoot, and we'll be right back. Okay, so after those Overwatch shots, the operators finished moving. What was the summary? Just one guy darted across?
Yeah, he just snatched.
Okay, didn't trigger Overwatch. One thing that we failed to mention earlier is this civilian, sympathetic to the cause, came screaming around this corner, holding a grenade like Tom Brady, and the operator on the corner there, who had him in his sights, failed to identify him as a target, which means that he's still at play. So now during the shooting phase, if the defenders will reveal to us what actions they plan to take.
No. He's gonna throw a grenade.
All right, you want to open up with that grenade?
Yep.
Okay. Where do you want it to land? I believe it has an 8-inch range, so beyond that, it's a -1 to hit. It might have more range, but you need an 8 to hit or something like
He's
that.
going right there.
Okay, gonna try and throw it over there.
8 inches.
All right, because this is a civilian, I'm gonna say that his shooting value is 2 instead of 3. That's the militia. So roll a d6, add 2. You're trying to get to mark stuff. You know what's gonna scatter because, well, it's most likely going to scatter. You need 8 to like pinpoint a throw. So on a 6, you get it exactly where you want it. Otherwise, we roll a scatter. Let's see it. Oh, this grenade could do some damage. All right, so let's use this wounded token to mark where it's going down. Go ahead and put it down for me.
Yeah, right there.
Alrighty, well, let me pause real quick to look up the rules on frags, but in a catastrophic turn of events, the civilian who ran out of the building, Tom Brady'd the perfect grenade throw, rolled a 6, landed right there. Both of those operators, that's the DMR and the M4, were within 1 inch and are automatically killed. Everyone else is outside of the blast radius, within the game's rules. What else? Do you have any other shots with your defenders?
I don't believe we do. These guys sprinted, they're ineligible. None of these guys have line of sight. So I think that's it for us.
Okay, we'll take a pause and come back to the In retaliation, this SMG stitched this guy with 3 rounds of whatever it is that the MP7 fires, 5.7 millimeter or something to that effect. And then the team leader over here finished off with an automatic burst the injured patrolman who was trying to crawl away. After rolling initiative, the contractors have initiative. We'll get back to you next round with what they do. All right, we're rolling. So, during the command phase, the operators have decided to call down the Hellfire missile onto this white chit here. The team leader right here does have line of sight to that vehicle. He now needs to roll a 4 or less and will successfully call it this turn. Excellent. Okay, so we successfully passed the Hellfire roll. We're now going to see if it lands this combat phase or next on a 1d2. Let's go ahead and see the roll.
Next turn.
It's going to be hitting combat phase of the next turn. So not this shooting phase, but next shooting phase. All right, that is all of the command actions for the contractors. What are the defenders going to do?
So these guys are maintaining their overwatch there.
Okay.
These guys have moved into that building. We'll open that up later. And then the leader is going to call in the QRF force that they have on standby.
All right, so he will do that on a 3 or less.
Yep.
They're coming in. Let's say they arrive in D3 turns. So anywhere from this turn to the next 2 turns.
Next.
So not this combat. Sorry, not. I guess they don't arrive in combat. They'd arrive in movement. So D3, that would be 2 turns. They won't show up next movement, but the move after. Excellent. All right. After the movement phase, the operators, the contractors, have continued to move behind the building and are getting ready to breach that back door. Over here, we had this 2-man patrol team move up from here. An Overwatch shot was taken by this operator here. However, the defender was able to shrug that off and suffered no ill effects. Some of the people in the courtyard here moved inside of the hotel. Others posted up, covering this angle, as that's where most of the shooting was coming from. The Hell Strike missile was called and will arrive, not this shooting phase, but next. And the QRF was successfully called by the defenders, which will not arrive next turn, but 2 turns hence. We'll get back to you with any shooting that develops. All right, so in the shooting phase, these 2 of the defenders are going to fire at the contractor that took the Overwatch shot at them. We already measured out the range and calculated the modifiers. Firing once for each operator, 2 shots, adding... Ooh, what do we say to each?
6 and 3.
Adding 2 to each. 1 to each, because minus 2 for the cover. So that's a 7 and a 4. That guy is moved tactically in place, right? Stay still, your defense goes up by 1. So defense of 3, you'd automatically save this one, because your minimum roll is a 4. However, You need a 3 or more to save this one.
Saves it.
Saves it. He manages to lean behind the cinder block, gets his face cut up a little bit by the incoming 762 by 39. Any other shots, or do we go to initiative?
I don't believe anyone else has any.
All right, let's go ahead and do initiative right here. For suppression, you did take 2 shots. Only 1 goes away at the end of the round, so you're taking a -1 there. They took 1 shot, but 1 goes away. Were there any other shots shared on this side? No. So you're adding 3 and you're adding 3. Let's go ahead and see the rolls. We have a 9. We have a 6. Contractors keep initiative. All right. Okay. The Op 4 movement summary.
These 3, stunned by flash, couldn't move. This one, however, escaped the blast, and after deducing which direction it came from, decided to move behind cover to the desk. Then we have 2 guys who were previously held up on the barricade, move over to investigate the sounds coming from inside the building. And then we have one of our more elite defenders decided to move out of cover to try and push while he has cover from their overwatch over here.
Excellent. All right, let's get straight to Contractor. Okay, Contractors. We're starting with a grenade through the doorway.
Yes.
All right, where are we going to put it down?
So this guy, he was just going to try to kind of toss it in kind of where that light is coming from, just so he can get the center of the room.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's roll it. You are adding 5 to the roll. You need an 8, so 3 or more.
Oof.
Ooh. All right, so that's going to land more or less where you want. We have that 1.5 inch radius. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 1.5 inch radius because it's a 3 inch diameter. But everyone within the first inch dies. So let's get to measuring and see who all disappears. All right, with the grenade landing right where the light is, there's no one in the auto kill 1 inch radius, but we do have this one and this one within the 1.5 inch. That's going to be a 5 up lethality for each. So let's roll for that back one first. 5 up lethality. Oh,
I got one right here. No.
All right, and for the other one,
6.
so the one on the right is dead. The one on the back, go ahead and roll again to see the injury. So he's stunned. It basically continuing off the flashbang. All his stats at 1. He will recover next round.
Got it.
And now any shots that you have?
Yeah. Since he was going to shoot him, can I take a plink at him?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to rapid
You don't
fire.
have to pre-declare.
I'm going to rapid fire
So
that
2
man.
shots. Let's look at the bonuses. Probably within the first range interval. So it's going to give you CQB, laser, and hollow. That's going to add 3. But what kind of cover are we talking? Light or medium? I'm thinking medium cover.
Yeah.
Because more than 50% is covered. So you're adding 1 on top of your 5. 6. Oh, but then we said automatic.
Rapid fire, yeah.
No, it's an automatic.
Automatic. So you started with +3, -2 for the automatic. So yeah, you're adding 6 to each of these rolls.
3 shots?
6.
Because it's 5 plus 1. Yep.
3 shots?
3 shots. Let's see them.
5, 1, 1.
So these, he can defend on 5s. This one he cannot. Let's just see the lethality real quick, because if you kill him, there's no point in rolling the defense. On a 5 up. Nope. So potential wound. Let's see if you save those.
Nope.
No saves. All right. So 3 wound rolls. Let's see them.
So I already rolled a 1. So 5 ups on these 2. Boom.
6 is unconscious, can't do anything, bleeds out in 2 rounds.
Howie.
Unless someone gets to him and applies pressure to the wound, he is going to be out of action.
Did you
All right, after looking at the survivors inside of this room, there is one with a machete right there, and then one with a revolver. So, really only the revolver can shoot back at this contractor here. He's only adding 1 because he's stunned. So D6 plus 1. -2 from the cover is a D6 -1. Let's see where... Ooh, 7! So you will defend this. Since you did a regular movement, your defense 2. You need a 5 or more.
Uh-oh. No.
No. Casualty roll. Now, since they have body armor, the 5 up becomes 6 up to kill. Or we roll for wounded.
Wounded.
Wounded. And so roll d6 to see the wound. 6. Oof. So this guy has a rickety old 38 ACP, and while blinded by a flashbang...
No, he wasn't affected by the flashbang.
Oh, he wasn't affected by the flashbang. Oh, then his roll to hit should have been even higher. I messed that up. Either way, this guy is injured and down. We'll have to see if the medic... Is the medic alive still?
Yeah, he's right next to him.
Okay, then the medic might still be able to get to him this round. But he's probably out of the fight as far as a gun for the rest of the game. Let's go straight to initiative. I'm just going to say a -1 to both of you guys because there's been a lot of casualties on both sides. More to you, a -2 for the defenders.
Should be hitting.
Combat of the second round, since it was called. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. The missile hits, but it's not going to do anything really because it has a 3-inch radius, and we could argue that, yeah, no, I mean, technically raw, not much is going to happen. Let's see if on a 4, 5, 6 anything happens to this guy here, because he's the closest. He's like right on the edge of that 3, 4-inch range. On a 4, 5 up, we'll see if he gets a wound roll or something. Ooh, okay, let's see the wound roll. 5. Okay, so that guy is bleeding out unconscious, but has like 5 rounds to live. And let's roll for priority. So let's see. Oh, sorry. You get a 1. Yeah, you're not gonna win. I don't think he can beat that since he has higher priority.
Did you just grab a dice and
All right, let's just see what you would have gotten. A spicy, but not enough. All right, so contractors, we'll get back when we have a plan for their command. So, after initiative and command phase, the contractors have decided to not make any moves. Any command actions. The group inside of the building, the defenders attempted a rally action to remove a point of suppression, but were unsuccessful in the endeavor. So there's currently still that revolver. That revolver did go on Overwatch, but is still being affected by suppression. The team leader is bleeding out, and then Machete Man is still standing in the middle there. Contractors.
Yes.
What are we doing for moves?
Alright, so I'm going to take a shot of Overwatch, but I'm going to get my medic on this side of the door so I can revive use a tourniquet on my dude here.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll the Overwatch. The guy with the revolver and the machetes are technically civilians in the building, so their shoot value is only 2. 2, I believe Overwatch has a penalty to hit when they're out of sight to represent that they're only in a small window of opportunity there. So 2 drops to 1, and the suppression effect is a further -1, so this is just a naked die roll, and they get a 4. I think that was short enough that was a tactical move.
Yes.
So then defense 3, you will automatically defend because your minimum roll is a 4. What else are you going to do?
He's going to come over here and get ready to throw a frag grenade.
Very good. All right, we will switch over to the Op 4 side now. All right, so summary of command actions and movements for the Op 4. In general, we had troops that moved up on this side. We had the guys that were hiding behind these stalls run up to here. The renegade there moved up to the corner. Some guys pushed across the lot to here. And then most substantially, we had the QRF for the defenders arrived in the form of a Dishka with a handful of more militia has shown up to the scene after being called on the radio. So we're going to discuss the shooting actions here for a second, and we'll get right back to it. Okay, so we had the team medic try to revive the team leader there, but rolled a 2. That's unsuccessful. bringing his time to decease to 2 more turns. So he'll be out of here in 2 turns. This contractor here is going to throw a fragmentation grenade at the doorway where we have some new arrivals. Needing an 8 to hit, you are adding 5 to this roll, 3 or more. That is a hit. It's going to land right in the doorway, and when it detonates, or not the doorway, you said that model, right?
Yep.
So that'll catch both of those in the blast. They'll be auto-killed by the frag with the rules, the +1 lethality when indoors, but I don't think the blast radius is enough to reach Machete Man.
This guy's still alive too.
But it will probably finish off that team leader. So, boom! Grenade goes off. Makes a mess in the doorway. Gore splattered everywhere. But that accounts for all of the contractors shooting. We'll pause and see what the Op 4 are going to do. Okay, so for Op 4, the revolver-wielding team leader assassin already shot during Overwatch, so can't take a shot. Machete Man can't do anything. However, this guy that snuck around the back has an F2000 and will be able to plug some shots into the SMG operator here. Are you going to rapid fire?
Nope.
So 1 shot, adding a 4, plus this is going to have the CQB bonus and at least a red dot. I don't know if they're sophisticated enough for Laser and Night, but you're adding a total of 7 to this.
Gotcha.
13. Can't defend 13 with a defense of 4. So straight to lethality. He does have body armor, so 5 or 6 to kill. No. Wound roll. 5. That's going to be incapacitated, unconscious, bleeding out, dead in 5 rounds. This is looking very grim for the contractors with only the team medic left alive. Let's roll for initiative. That's going to be a -1 to the contractors, and I think a -1 to you too for that frag grenade. 5 and 1. Contractors have it.
All right.
Let's see what good it does them.
Yeah.
All right, command phase contractors. The medic has stopped treating the team leader, and he's simply going to overwatch down the alleyway at the guy hanging out in the corner. In response, Op 4 has decided that they're going to overwatch down that alley. We'll get back to you with movement. Contractors, you're in overwatch, no movement. So, oh, taking screenshots, I see. Interesting. Okay, so in response during the movement phase, Op 4 Machete Man, which was previously standing there, decided to sprint out and engage in melee here. So let's go ahead and roll this. This gets resolved right now. This could be the end of the game. You will each be adding a d6 and adding your melee value, but you get a +1 for initiating.
He's on Overwatch, so does he get to shoot me before?
Do you wish to take that Overwatch shot?
I need to.
Okay. All right. So -1 because it's an Overwatch shot, but the target was out of line of sight. And that's it. Does he have this? What weapon does he have?
MP7.
Are you going to go automatic? All right, so -4 total, but +3 from your CQB means you're adding 4 to each of these rolls. Oh, gosh. 10, 9, and 9. I don't think you can defend any of those.
Nope.
Go ahead and roll lethality. 5 up.
Oh, he's
Oh, no! So as
he comes out the door, just bullets.
As Machete Man sprints out the door, MP7 is not having any of it and puts him to bed for good. All right,
Oh,
well,
that's right. You took Overwatch. Now you can't.
with Machete Man being taken out, it has used up the contractor's shot. The only shot that the Op 4 have is this guy on the corner shooting at the medic. Are you going to double tap?
Yes.
All right, 2 dice. You are adding 2 minus 1, so you're adding a total of 5 to 2 dice. Okay,
1
8 and
and
8 and 6. Defense of 3, because he stayed still. Defense of 3 means that you can defend this one on automatically.
Yep. And then the other one is I need a
No, 5. No, you defend this one on a 2.
2, and the other one would be on a 4.
On a 4. So let's do the 2 first. No! Potential wound. Let's do the 4. And roll again.
Hey!
Alright, so 1 lethality roll, 5 up. Does this end the match? It doesn't! Let's see the wound roll. It could. Does he go unconscious? What's a 4? We can go all the way to the back. I think it's in the back. Quick reference guide. Incapacitating wound. He is not unconscious. He's bleeding out, dead in 4 turns. Cannot move. That's short. All right, the medic is knocked down and can't move, bleed out in 4 turns or 5 turns. However, being the medic, he can treat himself. So we'll leave him up there with a little shit to market. Let's go straight into priority. I think that's going to be an even -1 to each of you. Priority. Oh, healthy 3. He wins by 1. Contractor wins on 1. Okay.
Yeah, the passenger gets out, but the driver and the gunner are maintained.
Okay. So, command and movement summarized, since this is getting pretty streamlined. The medic did no command actions as they're going to try and get themselves up. We had these 3 guys move up and get an angle on the medic. The truck moved up. One of these guys is on Overwatch in the corner here. Let's go straight to shooting for you. On a 4 up, he manages to bandage himself. Nope. Now shooting for the op 4. This man is desperately trying to put on a tourniquet or...
Revolver.
The team-leading revolver. 1 shot.
Execute him.
+2 to your die roll. Here we go.
6.
Your defense is a 1 because you're incapacitated. So you defend on a 5. Oh! He defends! He says no to the revolver. Now, can he live through 3 assault rifles? Let's find out. All right, first one. Is he going to rapid fire?
Yes.
So we already said what you're adding. 3. No, that's adding 4.
So he's 4. These guys are 3. So this guy's a 3.
So he starts at 4. Double shot brings it down to 3, and then his CQB bonus brings it back up to 4. So 2 dice adding 4s.
So a 7 and a 6.
7 can't be defended. 6 you defend on a 5. He does. Let's see the lethality roll. 5 up to kill him on that one.
No.
Nope. Wound roll, because he could go unconscious, and then it's all for naught. Nope.
No.
Not any worse than what he has. All right, the next guy. They'll be adding... I reckon Militia isn't rocking EO techs and whatnot, so they're starting at 3. Are they going to rapid fire?
Yes.
So then adding 2 to your rolls. Oh. So the 3 gets defended on a 2. Saves, and the other one gets defended on a 3. Saves! Last one!
Last one's just gonna shoot once because he's noticing how horribly they're doing. So he's right there, guys. Come on.
So adding 3. 6. Defend on a 5. No! Casualty roll. That's it. He's dead as he lives through the withering hail of bullets. Finally, as he looks at them, he catches one right between the eyes. And the contractors have failed this kill mission. Good game, guys.
Game.
It was fun.